The Fish and Grits Music Festival will bring cultural dishes, soulful performances, and more to the Hilton Head Island next Saturday. And organizers say the event will continue bringing awareness to the rich and vibrant Gullah Geechee culture. So founder Latrice Bush is here this morning to tell us all about the Fish and Grits Music Festival. Just days away, 11 days away, I believe. Super exciting. You guys are going to have so much for people to enjoy right there on Hilton Head Island. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So the Fish and Grits Music Festival, as you said, is a celebration of rich Gullah Geechee culture that's here in Savannah, in Beaufort, and of course in Bluffton, where I'm from, and of course on Hilton Head Island. So October 4th, we are going to have food trucks, we're going to have artisans, art and crafts, but it's a music festival, so we're going to definitely have a lot of music.
Tell me about some of the performers. I mean, you guys have quite the lineup.
We do. It starts with me. I founded it, so I thought, hey, if I'm going to find it, I'm going to sing too.
Yes, of course.
So I'm one of the performers, and we have Grammy nominated Alvin Garrett, wonderful soulful artist. We have the Live in the Flesh band, who's going to finish it all up with a party set. But even more important for myself, we have Angela Bonaparte, so she's going to bring that gospel element as well. And we have the McIntosh County Shouters, who are going to do the Gullah Ring Shout. So we're going to have a lot of traditional elements of the culture that's lasted the test of time that most people haven't been able to experience. You can experience at the Fish and Grits Music Festival.
That's really exciting too. And one thing, we see shrimp and grits on like menus all over the place these days. But it has always been a staple in the Gullah Geechee community.
Absolutely. When you eat shrimp and grits, people, thank a Gullah. Okay, all right. And and another thing, one of the things that's really cool about our culture is that you're right. You can't go to a restaurant and get kunk stew. You can't go to a restaurant and get red rice. Right? Yeah. You can't, but you can go to the restaurants and get shrimp and grits, and we're really happy about that. But my favorite food is fish and grits. All right. Yeah. And so I grew up off of the land. My father was an agrarian, so he always had the fresh produce and vegetables. But there was always a fisherman in the community, and so they would barter. And so my dad would give the peas, and Mr. Didi would give the shrimp. And so it was all barbecues in our culture. It's not just barbecue chicken or pork. We always had a low country boil. We always had oysters roasting, right? Yeah. And so that element of my culture, I didn't realize how unique it was until I moved away. And some of my friends, I had an oyster roast in my house. I live in Atlanta, and my brother threw the oysters on the table, and my friends were like, I said, what's going on? They're like, we've never seen it this way. We've only seen oysters on a half shell.
Dig-in style.
Yeah. It's in clusters. I'm like, that's how, I don't know it on a half shell. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So, but you take those little things for granted. To me, our culture is about the simple sophistication. We live the simple life, but it's very sophisticated. Can you go out and catch a fish?
No.
And then cut it back, come back and gut it?
No, I cannot.
You cannot. All right, but that's that extraordinary experience of being a Gullah that we take for granted, but has permeated not just black culture, but American culture. So when you hear those soulful sounds, Camille, and when you taste those soulful foods, think of Gullah.
Yes, we will. All that said, what do you hope people, leave with after they come and experience the performances, the food? What do you hope they remember about Gullah Geechee?
That they remember their past. They remember those stories from their grandparents. They remember some of the times in that they felt maybe unseen. That I'm not that important. What I do is not that special. No. Everything about who we are, wherever you come from, should be celebrated. And that's what this festival is about. And so I'm excited for them to learn about who we are, and while learning about who we are, they learn more about who they are.
That's all so important. And it's happening on October 4th, like you said, from 12 to 6, Low Country Celebration Park.
Yes.
We're wrapping up here. Is there anything people need to know, anything they should bring, or any tips for them before they come out?
Absolutely. So we're a festival, obviously. We have a clear bag preferred policy. It's not required, but we want you to come. Don't bring big backpacks. You can bring your chairs, you can bring your blankets, and then we will provide all the food and entertainment that you may need. Don't worry about it.
Awesome. Super exciting. Thank you so much for being here, Latrice, and it's amazing just hearing about your passion for the Gullah Geechee culture. So we're excited to see that come to life next Saturday. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, folks, we are